You've worked hard. You've followed the rules. Yet every year it feels like the finish line moves further away. Cost of living climbs. Savings shrink. Opportunities slip out of reach. And somewhere deep down, you wonder why? Does it feel like the system is designed for you to lose? The truth is, it wasn't built to serve everyone equally. But once you see how the system really works, you can stop playing defense. Start building a future where you call the shots. Today, we're not just talking about money. We're talking about freedom. This is the passive path. Let's begin. Why do the rich keep getting richer while everyone else struggles? The answer is simple. They understand how money really works. Most people don't. While you work harder every year just to keep up, the rich are taking advantage of a hidden system. That system was never taught in school. It was never explained by your employer, and certainly not by politicians. Today, we will uncover that system and how you can use it to protect yourself and grow your wealth. Because if you don't act now, you risk falling further behind. Welcome to the passive path. Let's get started. You feel it every time you go shopping. Groceries cost more. Gas prices soar. Rent and home prices climb faster than wages. But why? Most people blame greed, or politicians, or even global events. But the real reason is something deeper. It's how central banks create money. The Federal Reserve and other central banks don't just manage the economy. They control the money itself. And they've been printing more of it than ever before. Since the 2008 financial crisis, central banks have created trillions of dollars out of thin air. During the pandemic, they printed even more. But printing money does not create real value. It just makes every dollar you hold worth less. When more dollars chase the same goods and services, prices rise. That's why your paycheck buys less each year. And while you struggle, those who own real assets, like real estate, gold, and businesses, see their wealth grow. Because real assets rise in price with inflation. The rich know this. That's why they don't keep their money in cash. They invest in things that hold value. That's how they stay ahead. And that's what you must learn to do. Ask yourself, do you want to keep working harder for less? Or do you want to start playing the same game the rich are playing? Most people don't realize the game is rigged. But it doesn't mean you can't win. Stay with me, because next I'll explain exactly how central banks tilt the playing field. And what you can do to level it. Central banks are not like regular banks. They don't earn money by providing services or making smart investments. They create money. Literally. With the press of a button, they add billions or even trillions of dollars to the financial system. This is called monetary fabrication. It's not backed by gold. It's not backed by production. It's not backed by any real-world value. Since the Federal Reserve Act of 1913, the U.S. Federal Reserve gained the power to do this. At first, it was supposed to stabilize the economy. But over time, it became a tool for Wall Street and the government. Whenever financial markets face trouble, the Fed creates money to keep them afloat. The same happens in other countries. The European Central Bank, the Bank of Japan, the People's Bank of China, all follow a similar path. Since the 2008 crisis, this power has exploded. During the pandemic, it went into overdrive. Together, the world's 4 major central banks created over $31 trillion of fabricated money. If you include smaller central banks, that number climbs to 41 trillion. None of this money was earned. None of it was connected to real economic growth. And every new dollar created made the dollars you hold worth less. This is why your savings lose value over time. It's why housing becomes unaffordable. It's why food prices feel like they're always rising. Meanwhile, those who understand the system prepare. They move their wealth into real assets. They buy real estate. They invest in gold, silver, and commodities. They own businesses. They avoid holding too much cash because they know cash is constantly losing value. This is not a theory. It's happening right now. And it's not going to stop. The passive path is here to help you navigate this reality. You can't change the central banks, but you can change how you respond. In the next part, let's break down how inflation secretly helps the rich and punishes everyone else. Inflation is not just rising prices. It's a silent transfer of wealth. It takes money from those who save and gives it to those who invest. Here's how. When central banks create more money, the value of existing money falls. Your paycheck buys less. Your savings lose power. But real assets, like real estate, gold, and commodities, rise in price. This benefits those who own them. The rich, they don't save cash. They save assets. For example, if you keep $10,000 in a savings account, inflation eats away at it. After a few years, that $10,000 buys much less. But if you own a property, its value tends to rise with inflation. Rents increase. The property itself becomes more valuable. Your wealth grows while others fall behind. That's why wealthy people always look for ways to own physical assets. Real estate, precious metals, energy resources, even collectibles like art. Meanwhile, the middle class and poor often save cash or rely on salaries. They feel the full weight of inflation. Their expenses rise, their savings shrink. Their financial security weakens. This is not by accident. It's how the current financial system works. And it's why the gap between the rich and everyone else keeps growing. But here's the good news. You can change which side of this equation you're on. You don't need to be rich to start acquiring real assets. Even small steps make a difference. And taking action today puts you on the passive path to financial security. Next, let's explore how you can use this knowledge to start building your own asset base. Real assets are your shield against inflation. They are the foundation of wealth. But what exactly counts as a real asset? First, real estate. Owning property gives you a physical, tangible asset. It can generate rental income. It can appreciate in value over time. It can provide shelter or serve as an investment. Second, precious metals. Gold and silver have held value for thousands of years. They are trusted stores of wealth during times of economic uncertainty. Third, commodities. Oil, copper, agricultural products, these are essential for the global economy. Their value tends to rise when inflation is high. Fourth, businesses. Owning a business means owning an income-producing asset. It can grow even when currencies lose value. Many wealthy people also invest in collectibles, rare art, vintage cars, exclusive watches. These can hold or increase value over time. But how can someone just starting out begin to build real assets? You don't need to be wealthy to start. Small rental properties, fractional real estate investments, physical silver coins, starting a side business. Even small steps add up. For example, a young couple bought a modest duplex. They lived in one unit and rented out the other. Over time, rental income covered their mortgage. They used the extra cash flow to save for another property. Today, they own multiple units and enjoy steady passive income. This is the power of starting small and thinking long-term. At the Passive Path, we believe anyone can take steps toward financial independence. No matter your current income, no matter your past mistakes. But there's one more piece to the puzzle: knowledge. And that's where coaching becomes essential. Next, let's talk about why the right mentor can fast-track your journey and help you avoid costly errors. You are only as good as your teacher. This is a simple truth. Professional athletes have coaches. Top business leaders have mentors. Successful investors learn from experienced guides. Amateurs try to figure things out alone. They usually pay the price. Robert Kiyosaki credits much of his success to his rich dad. His rich dad coached him from childhood into adulthood. Constant feedback, tough lessons, real-world wisdom. That's how real financial education works. Without a mentor, you risk learning the hard way. Through expensive mistakes, missed opportunities, and wasted time. A good coach can prevent that. They share strategies that work. They help you avoid common traps. They keep you accountable. They push you to take action. Many people hesitate to pay for coaching. They think it's a cost, but it's really an investment. The right coach can save you years of trial and error, can help you achieve results faster and with less risk. For example, one investor paid for a real estate mentor. Within a year, he acquired his first rental property. By year 3, he owned 4 income-generating homes. Without guidance, he admits he might never have started. Or worse, he might have made costly errors that set him back years. This is why the passive path encourages finding a great coach. Someone with real experience, not just a license or a degree, but a proven track record. If you want to succeed faster and safer, leverage the knowledge of those who have already walked the path. In the next section, we'll discuss the stock market time bomb and why many retirees may be facing a financial disaster. The stock market has made many people wealthy, but it has also created a dangerous dependency, especially for retirees. In 1974, the 401 was introduced. It shifted retirement responsibility from employers to individuals. Millions of people now rely on stocks for their retirement income. But what happens when markets crash? History shows it can be devastating. The 2000 dot-com bust, 2008 financial crisis, the 2020 pandemic shock. Each time, retirement accounts were wiped out. And each time, many investors never fully recovered. Today, we face a new risk: inflated stock prices, massive corporate debt, and central banks manipulating markets through money creation. If a major crash occurs, baby boomers could lose much of their retirement savings. Many may be forced to sell assets at a loss. Some may even lose their homes. Others could become dependent on their children. This isn't just a theory. It's already happening to some. Yet most financial advisors tell people to stay the course. Keep investing in stocks. Ride out the volatility.
Right.
But that advice ignores a critical fact. The game has changed. Markets are no longer driven solely by business performance. They are influenced by government policies, central bank actions, and global instability. Blindly trusting the stock market is no longer a safe strategy. Diversification into real assets is essential. So is learning how to generate passive income. Those who adapt will survive and thrive. Those who do not risk becoming part of the next retirement crisis. The passive path is about taking control before it's too late. Next, let us examine why the middle class has become financially passive and how to break free from this dangerous trend. The middle class was once the backbone of economic growth. Hardworking, ambitious, focused on building a better future. But something changed. Many in the middle class have become financially passive. They trust the system to take care of them. They save cash. They follow traditional advice. They avoid taking financial risks. They rely on pensions, 401s, and government programs. But the system no longer serves them. Inflation erodes their savings. Job security has declined. Healthcare and education costs have soared. And yet many refuse to change their approach. Some believe working harder will solve their problems. So others think financial education is only for the wealthy. Both beliefs are traps. Education without action leads nowhere. Action without knowledge leads to mistakes. This passivity creates a cycle. People stay stuck. They watch their financial situation slowly deteriorate. They blame the economy, politicians, or bad luck. But the real issue is a lack of proactive financial management. Even those with formal education fall into this trap. Holding a real estate license does not make someone an investor. Having a finance degree does not create wealth. Owning real assets and building income streams does. That requires learning, action, and sometimes guidance from those with real-world experience. Breaking free from financial passivity starts with a mindset shift, accepting that the old ways no longer work, choosing to take responsibility for your financial future, and being willing to learn new strategies. The passive path. We believe anyone can make this shift. no matter their background, no matter their starting point. Next, let us talk about practical steps you can take today to begin securing your financial future in a system designed to keep you behind. You cannot control central banks. You cannot control inflation, cannot control market crashes, but you can control how you prepare. Here are practical steps you can take today. First, reduce reliance on cash savings. Keep only what you need for emergencies. Move the rest into assets that can grow or produce income. Second, invest in real estate. Start small if needed. Duplex, a rental unit. Even a fractional share through a real estate investment platform. Third, acquire precious metals. Gold and silver are timeless stores of value. They protect against currency devaluation. Fourth, build or invest in a business. Even a small side business can create an income stream. Fifth, educate yourself continuously. Read books, attend workshops, follow reputable financial experts, and seek out experienced coaches. Sixth, develop a long-term mindset. Wealth building is not a quick process. It requires patience, discipline, and consistent action. Seventh, teach your family. Share financial knowledge with your spouse, children, and friends. Breaking the cycle of financial passivity starts at home. These steps are not just for the wealthy. They are for anyone who wants to secure their financial future. Even small actions can lead to big results over time. The Passive Path community is built on these principles. We believe in taking responsibility. We believe in continuous learning. We believe in creating multiple income streams. And we believe in helping others do the same. Next, let us talk about why waiting is the most expensive decision you can make and why action must start now. Time is your most valuable asset. And once it's gone, you can't get it back. Every year you wait, inflation erodes more of your purchasing power. Asset prices climb higher. Opportunities become more expensive. The gap between the rich and everyone else widens. Some people wait because they feel uncertain. Others wait because they hope things will get easier. But inaction has a cost. The cost of lost opportunities. The cost of watching savings lose value. The cost of falling behind. Wealthy people act. They adapt quickly to changing conditions. They invest during uncertain times. They understand that waiting rarely makes things better. Today's challenges will not disappear. Inflation will not slow down permanently. Central banks will not stop creating money. Markets will continue to be unpredictable. But action creates security. Taking steps today can protect your financial future. Small investments compound over time. New income streams can replace lost wages. Real assets can grow in value. And knowledge gained now will serve you for a lifetime. The Passive Path exists to encourage and guide that action. To help people move from financial passivity to financial empowerment. The sooner you start, the better your chances of success. Waiting is a choice, but so is taking control. Next, let us wrap up with 3 powerful lessons you can apply immediately to secure and grow your wealth. The first lesson: own real assets, not just cash. Cash loses value every day. Real estate, precious metals, and productive businesses hold and grow value. Even small investments can make a big difference over time. The second lesson: learn from experienced mentors. Books and free information have value, but nothing replaces guidance from someone who has succeeded. A good coach can accelerate your learning and help you avoid costly mistakes. The third lesson: take consistent action. Wealth is built step by step, not overnight. Start where you are. Use what you have and keep moving forward. Every step you take increases your financial security. Every step brings you closer to independence. At the Passive Path, we believe in these principles. They are not just ideas. They are proven strategies used by the wealthy for generations. Now it's your turn. Like this video. Subscribe to the Passive Path. Comment below with the first action you will take today to improve your financial future. Your journey starts now. Take control, stay informed, keep walking the passive path. Congratulations on taking the time to learn what most people ignore. You now understand how the financial system works against those who stay passive. But you also know the steps you can take to protect and grow your wealth. The choice is yours. Stay where you are. Or take action and build a more secure future. If you found value in this video, like it, subscribe to the Passive Path so you never miss new insights. Comment below with one action you'll take today, and share this video with someone you care about. They deserve to know the truth too. I wish you success on your financial journey. Feel free to explore other videos on this channel for more strategies and practical advice. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.